Hello everyone. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create relational tables and use referential integrity. Let's do it. Okay. We here have two tables. First, of people with information, name, last names, age, country, and if they have children or not. And regarding if they have children, well, they obviously have to buy at least one toy in their lifetime, right? Well, that's why I made a list of toys, its costs, where can you find it, if they have discount, and in this row, in this column, I put who bought them. Okay. Well, the trick in here of all these relationship of tables is that you have to have at least one type of data or column in the other table. As you can see, I have names in this and have making reference to these names, right? Okay. What you should do next is tables, click, and relationships. Here will prompt a window that shows you all the tables you have in this document. Well, we want to open Tabla 1 and toys, right? Okay. Then we go close. And this is what you do next. You'll drag the column you had in the first table, and it's your primary key. It's very important because it should be a unique value. And you drag it all the way to the same column you had, but in the other table. And you release. You will open a window over here, and you click here in Demand Referential Integrity. You click the checkbox and then click Create. Oh, sorry, I forgot to close it. You got to close all the tabs because it will tell you that they are still in use and you can create relationships. Okay, you take names, add names, demand referential integrity, create. There it is. That means that it's one to many type of relationship. Okay, there it is. Okay, well, let's see how can you create a form and a subform. Creating a form is really simple. You just choose one table and click in the form button. There it is. It has no signs, right? Well, what you gotta do to create a subform from it, you gotta go to design view, and you gotta look for the subform button. Well, this button is located in controls group. Over here is this one, subform. You click it and you'll have to make a box for it. Make it this big. Okay. So it will prompt you a window. You choose to use tables that already exist. Next, choose the table. Well, as I chose table 1, I can choose whatever table I want. I shouldn't really choose table 1 because I already chose it, but I can still do it. But let's take toys table and take all the values. Okay, next, since we made a relationship, Access identifies it, so it tells you show toys for every registry in table 1. when using names. Choose it, go next, and it asks you which name you want to for the subform. Subform choice, it's okay. So we'll click M. Here it is, the subform. Let's go to form view. There it is. This is the form for Abdul, and the subform that shows us the relation it has in toys too. The toy it bought, and the discount, and all that, right? Okay, let's see the other one. Since Anthony doesn't have children, he didn't buy anything, so we don't have anything over here. But let's see, someone who has a kid. Okay, Marcelo Vidal has kids, so he bought something from the source, as we can see it over here. Pretty simple, right? Now we're going to see how to create a query. First of all, you gotta click on Create tab and Query Wizard. Okay, click it up. It will open this window, and you click any of the options. But right now we're going to stick with a simple query system. Accept. Okay, what a query does, it takes values from tables and cuts them into another table, so it's simpler to see. Okay, let's see. From table 1 I want to get names, last names, and if they have children. That's it. Next, if you want this query to give a detail or a summary, detail, yeah. And here it is, our query. It has all the info we asked for. And the thing it said about summary, or if we want all the info, it means that if you have some like duplicate info, the summary will just will just ignore it if it finds a duplicate and won't post it again. If not, you will have 2 or 3 or whatever times it repeats the info. Okay, what we're going to see next is how to use queries with criteria. First, we gotta open our query, it's this one, and then go to design view. Okay, what I need here is the computer to sort me out people that have children and they live in the US. How am I going to do that? Okay, first I have to add here in the space country and click that I don't want them to show me from which country are them, but I do want them to sort me out people from the US, just from the US. And if they have children, that is true. It has to be true, because I want to know people that are living in the US and do have children, and I do want them to show me if they have children or not. Okay, so once we finish with it, we click execute, and it will give us the names and the last names of people that had children living in the US, but I don't want them to show me if they live in the US. If I want them to show me just to make sure they are just from the US, I click show in the checkbox, execute, and the rest. These are the two people that are live in the US and have children. Next, we're going to learn how to make a report. A report is as easy to make as a form or a query. You just need to click on report wizard and choose the things you want, like names, last name, and from where they are. And I also want to know the toys they bought. Yes. We give them next. They will ask you how do you want to see the data, if like this or like this. You just choose the way you want, click next. Also, kind of how will you like to group them? If country first or last name first. Well, that's up to you. Okay. Next, if you want to use any criteria to organize the options, but it hasn't many sense over here because you just have one option, so it will appear like that. You click N, and it will create your report, and it's ready to print. Table 1, we have all the names from where they are and the type of tool.